Good Wednesday afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this week's Boys of Winter edition of my Penguins podcast. I'm Mason's Pesky, your host. First things first, I just want to say I'm really sorry, for not being as active with this. I've missed the past 11 games now. Originally, how I wanted to do it at the beginning of the year and how I did start off at the beginning of the year was doing every 5 games. However, with the team struggling and me just taking my little break, everything's all good, by the way, too. I just had some other stuff to take care of and want to take a little break. And between those two things, the team struggles, my schedule, and just the break I was talking about, I haven't got much time to talk about the Penguins with you guys, and I'm deeply sorry for that. However, it's time to get back into it here. We have 11 games to discuss. I'm going to discuss them real briefly and then discuss, obviously, the rest of the season, the rest of the show. I'm going to try to get back on track with this. I'm trying to get back on track with this channel here. You guys know, obviously, by now I have a Pirates one coming up. It's going to be out this summer. It's the first edition is either going to be the evening of April 7th or April 8th. All depends on my schedule. Hopeful to get that one out sooner rather than later. Very excited about that show. That is for sure. And I'll try to do that one more better. I definitely will for sure. The calendar with the summer months me being off from school from everything, it should be much easier. That's for sure. The only thing is maybe in August, September, once we get into football, depending on how the team's doing, it might be every other week, but who knows, and we'll decide at that point. But without further ado, let's get right into it here with the Penguins. I'm just going to go for each game real briefly because we have a lot of them, 11 to be exact. Do a quick standings check, and yeah, that's about it. So without further ado, here we go. Game 1 was on March 2nd. Penguins blew a 3-1 lead, losing to the Calgary Flames in the final minute. This was disgusting. This was unacceptable and kind of spelled the beginning of the end. At that point, I knew we should be sellers at the trade deadline, that's for sure. Penguins then the next night went to Edmonton, lost 6-1 at the hands of the Oilers. Things are getting worse. The train's really going downhill right before the deadline. This road trip was supposed to be a big deal. Only won one game on that road trip, by the way. So, yeah, we're definitely sellers. Not so fast. On Tuesday, March 5th, the Penguins returned home, defeating the Columbus Blue Jackets, final score 5-3. And this cleared things, but not really. On Thursday, March 7th, that morning, I think it was, the Penguins decided to trade Jake Gensel to the Carolina Hurricanes for Michael Bunting, who's had a big impact on this team in the past couple of weeks. Also, a couple other prospects and a couple draft picks. One of them could become a first if Carolina makes the Cup, so go Hurricanes. That night, we lost to the Capitals 6-0. Definitely did not feel right, that's for sure. On Saturday, March 9th, the Penguins lost to the Boston Bruins 5-1. This is a team we typically play competitive. All of last year in each of the 3 meetings, we played them very competitive. This year, our first meeting in January, we beat the Bruins. And now this 5-1 loss truly spelled doom for this team. The Penguins actually were outscored over a 2-day period by 9-1, being set out by the Edmonton Oilers 4-0 the next day, Sunday, March 10th. Things were not looking good for the Penguins at this point. On Tuesday, March the 12th, despite an amazing performance from goaltender Tristan Jarry, the Penguins still lost to the Ottawa Senators in overtime 2-1. I watched a lot of that game with my dad, and definitely was not a pretty game in the end. So give him credit, especially Bunting, for putting the team in a position to come back and get 1 point, but it's not enough. The Penguins did manage to beat the San Jose Sharks 2 nights later by a final score of 6-3. And, yeah, definitely a good feeling. However, any and all good feelings from that game were erased on Saturday afternoon when the Rangers came into Pittsburgh and rocked the Penguins, winning by a final score of 7-4. This definitely did not look good for the team. And just, yeah. However, the next night they had an offensive explosion of their own, defeating the Detroit Red Wings by a final score of 6-3. Great win for sure for the Penguins, defeating the Red Wings in this one. So, good win by the Pens. Last night, the team lost 5-2 to the New Jersey Devils. Definitely was not a pretty game. I actually predicted that score right on the spot, 5-2, I think, to be honest. So, that was kind of crazy. So, good for me. At least I think I do. Hang on. Do I have Google? Yeah, I do. Just wanted to confirm that because I was actually in the middle of my March Madness video for you guys, and I found that out. I kind of had a feeling I picked it right, so yeah. Maybe my bracket will be good now because of that. Who knows? Here we go. Yep, 5-2. That was my final score prediction. Got it right on the money, so that's good. So that's the past 11 games for the Penguins. We're going to take a brief look at the standings and where they are because a lot can change over a 2-week period. That's for sure, or 3-week period. That's certain. Right now, looking at the Atlantic Division in the Eastern Conference, the Boston Bruins lead that division, 97 points. Second place, Florida, 94 points. Toronto Maple Leafs, 85 points. Tampa Bay Lightning, 80 points. Detroit Red Wings, 76 points. Buffalo Sabres, 71 points. Montreal Canadiens, 62 points. And Ottawa Senators, 60 points. Sorry about that. Metropolitan Division we have here. The New York Rangers, 94 points. Carolina Hurricanes, 92 points. Philadelphia Flyers, 78 points. Washington Capitals, they're on a hot streak with 75 points. New York Islanders, 73 points. New Jersey Devils, 70 points. Pittsburgh Penguins, 69 points. And Columbus Blue Jackets, 58 points. The Western Conference, we got in the Central Division, the Winnipeg Jets, 93 points. Colorado Avalanche, 93 points. Dallas Stars, 91 points. Nashville Predators, 84 points. Minnesota Wild, 76 points. St. Louis Blues, 75 points. Arizona Coyotes, 61 points. And Chicago Blackhawks, who are eliminated from the postseason, with 43 points. By the way, too, each of the teams are around 67 to 69 games played about. So there's 82 games a year. Interesting. Pacific Division, we got the Canucks leading that with 94 points. Oilers in second, 86. Los Angeles Kings are third, 81 points. Vegas Golden Knights are fourth at 79 points. Calgary Flames are fifth, 71 points. Kraken are sixth with 68 points. Already eliminated are the Anaheim Ducks with 49 points. And also the San Jose Sharks with 39 points, who are the worst team in the league. So that's definitely interesting for sure. Let's take a look at the wild card standings here. Atlantic Division, top 3 teams in each division automatically qualify. Those teams in the Atlantic Division would be the Boston Bruins, the Florida Panthers, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. For the Metropolitan Division, we got the New York Rangers, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Philadelphia Flyers. Your wild card teams are the Lightning with 80 points, Red Wings with 76 points. 1 point behind them are the Capitals. So that's interesting. The Capitals are probably going to get in this year. They're on a hot streak, so yeah. Interesting. 1 point behind the Capitals, 3 points behind the Islanders, 5 points behind the Sabres, 6 points behind the Red Wings, the Devils, 7 points behind are us, Penguins. 14 points behind are the Canadiens. 16 points behind are the Senators. And 18 points behind are the Blue Jackets. So it's going to be interesting seeing what happens between Detroit, Washington, the Islanders, and possibly the Sabres. Maybe even the Devils for that last playoff spot. But I kind of have a feeling the Pens are done for this year. Now into the Western Conference. We got the Central Division with the Winnipeg Jets, the Colorado Avalanche, Dallas Stars. Those are your top 3 in that division. Pacific Division we go now. Vancouver, Edmonton, and Los Angeles. Those are your top 3 in that division. The wild card round. Nashville Predators, 84 points. Vegas Golden Knights, 79 points. 3 points back of them are the Minnesota Wild with 76 points. 4 points back are the St. Louis Blues, 75 points. 8 points back are the Flames, 71 points. 11 points back are the Kraken, 68 points. 18 points back are the Coyotes with 61 points. 30 points back are the Ducks, 49. And these rest of these teams are eliminated. 36 points back, Blackhawks. And 40 points back, the San Jose Sharks. Wow. Next 4 games for the Penguins here. Because since I did 11, I will still keep it divided by 5 or divisible by 5. We'll do 4 next time. The next 4 games are Friday night in Dallas, 8 o'clock puck drop. Sunday afternoon in Colorado, 2 p.m. puck drop. Tuesday night home tilt against the Hurricanes with a 7 o'clock puck drop, and Thursday night at home against the Blue Jackets. So hopefully early that Saturday morning or that Friday, I could do a video for you guys. So yeah, that's what I'm planning on right now. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys. Have a good one. Take care. Stay safe. And as always, peace. See you the 29th or the 30th of March.